Hello, everyone.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello.
I'm so glad to see you all.
Hi.
I'm in the process of admitting everyone in to the Zoom meeting. We've got just a couple of minutes until we get started. I have already started the recording, and I have already started the Facebook Live, just so you'll know. And can I get some confirmation that you all see the PowerPoint slide as well?
I see it, Selena.
Okay, good.
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
I can see y'all. Can y'all see me?
Hi.
Wow.
That depends, who's me?
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
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 Welcome everyone to the Stock Market Game Awards. Still getting a lot of people coming into the waiting room, so I'm admitting everyone into this meeting. It is 12, but let's wait just a couple of minutes to give everybody a chance to get online. And then we'll get started. I have 53 of you here, but over 80 people that registered. So that means we're still going to have quite a few people joining us, and I don't want anybody to miss out. Tina, I was excited. I saw that the city of Canton reposted our Facebook post about this today. So bragging on the fact that we had some Canton 9th grade Academy students that were being recognized. That was exciting.
Miss Walton has been advertising it.
That's great. That is fabulous.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, if you're just joining, just so you know, I'm still admitting quite a few people into the meeting, so we're going to wait just a couple more minutes, because once I start talking, I will forget. Jessica, can I let you do that? Can you let me, I'm gonna make you co-host. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna make you co-host, and then if you will keep an eye on the waiting room and let people in, and then when it's your turn to talk, then I'll take over. We'll tag team on that.
Sure.
Okay, great. So can you see you have the ability right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's 12:02 then, and since Jessica's going to help me with this, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Selena Schwartzberger, and I am just so delighted to see you all today. I know most of your teachers, but I don't usually get the opportunity to meet the students unless we have an in-person awards ceremony, and then I get to see you. But if you played Stock Market Game last year, you may remember if you played and you won, we actually started, or we sent sponsors of the Stock Market Game to your schools for your award ceremony at your school, and we had planned to do that this year as well. And so what we're doing is doing the next best thing today, and that is recognizing you online on a virtual ceremony. And we are live on Facebook, so if you have family members or friends that wanted to see you be recognized, then hopefully they're watching on the Mississippi Council on Economic Education Facebook page. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So today we are awarding prizes for the fall 2019 and spring 2020 stock market game in the state of Mississippi. And you all know what the stock market game is because you've played, but you may have family members that are watching that don't really know what it is that you've done this school year. So I wanted to give a little bit of a briefing on that. The stock market game is a competition. It's a learning tool where students who are in 4th through 12th grade have the opportunity to learn about what the stock market is and how it operates. And the stock market is a really important part of our economy. And so you may know, if you have been on the news at all over the past 2 months, you will have heard that with the coronavirus, the stock market took a real beating, you know, like a lot of stocks decreased in value. And that has in turn affected the economy. So you all started, you worked on teams, and teams are generally 3 to 5 students. And your teacher went through a series of lesson plans to help you learn what's a stock, what's a bond, what's a mutual fund, what types of companies can you buy stock in? Because you may have found that just because you had a product that you liked and you thought you wanted to buy stock in that company, you may have found that you couldn't do that because the company is not publicly traded. So you get to learn about all of those things. You get to learn how just because a product exists and you purchase it, that doesn't mean that that is the company. Like there may be a company that produces the goods or services that you enjoy. So you learn about that. And you started with a portfolio of $100,000, and then you made decisions over, I think, a 13-week period on how you wanted to spend that money, how you wanted to invest it. And you watched perhaps your stock go up in value and fall in value. And one thing that was probably kind of interesting for the spring competition is that it is very possible that your portfolio lost money, but you still won. Any spring players that saw that happen? I don't know if we've got spring online or if most of you were in the fall. Oh, I see at least one hand that was raised. And so what that meant was you won this game not by making the most money, but by outperforming the Standard & Poor's 500 by the largest percentage. So if the S&P lost money, but you didn't lose as much as the S&P did in value, then you could still win the game in the spring. And Jessica, you can shake your head yes or no, but I would bet when you looked at the portfolios for the spring, a lot of them have actually lost money. But that in itself is not a bad lesson for you to learn either, to know that how volatile the market can be, and to understand that when you invest in companies, that it's not a sure thing and you can lose money just as easily as you can make money. And so hopefully most of you have received, well, I don't want to say most of you because some of them just went in the mail yesterday, but we're in the process of sending out your winners packets, and in there is a t-shirt, and it says on the front, buy low, sell high. And so that is an oversimplification of what the stock market is, but it's something that people get and understand, that the idea is that you want to buy your stocks and bonds and mutual funds at a price that eventually, when you sell them, they're worth more than what you bought them at. So hopefully y'all will have a good time wearing that t-shirt. It's a redesign of one that we did last year. And I will tell you, when I wear mine out in public, I always get comments on it. You know, people want to know, what does that mean? Or where'd you get that? And then I'll tell them, well, it's a competition for the Mississippi Council on Economic Education runs, and they want to know about that. So just be ready to get some questions when you wear your t-shirt out and about. Okay, what else do I want to tell you before we, all right, so yeah, I have a couple of special guests that are online with me today, and you'll get a more in-depth introduction to them when it's their turn to speak. But I just wanted to mention that I have two of my board of directors, well, one board of director, one recent board of director who has moved actually to Birmingham. So John Boydston, who is with Regions Bank, will be talking with y'all in a little bit and or announcing winners. And he was a member of our board of directors up until very recently. And then Paula McNair is probably online. I can't see everybody on my screen right now, but she is the chair-elect for the Mississippi Council on Economic Education and works with Atmos. Both Regions and Atmos are really generous supporters of the stock market game. And if it weren't for them, we would not be able to make this available to all of you at no cost. And we have, for I think about the past 3 years, been able to make this available to your teachers and to you at no charge. So thank you so much. And I'll mention our other sponsors in just a minute. And then also online VIPs, we've got Derek Vance and Tamika Foster. They're both, yeah, I see some waves. They're with Regions Bank as well. And so they're great friends of ours. Derek helped last year with the awards ceremony at one of the Rankin County schools.
It was North Shore.
Yeah, North Shore. And then Tamika is a new friend, and we actually started working together because she started and got sidetracked by the virus, actually going into Central Mississippi Regional Correctional Facility. It's a prison system teaching financial literacy to youth offenders. And so that's how I got to know Tamika, and I look forward to working with her more as we go forward. Okay, let me now advance our PowerPoint, and we will get this going. Okay, so we are going to, that's me. Okay, I have these in here. Really, I have these slides with our names on it to help us know when it's each person's time to present. But I don't think I told you that what I get to do every day is I run the Mississippi Council on Economic Education as their president. I've almost been there 10 years. I love it. I just love what I get to do, and the fact that what I do every day results in what you're doing in the classroom. And then Jessica's going to get a chance to speak here in just a minute, but Jessica Lewis is also with the Mississippi Council on Econ Ed, and I think she's probably the next slide. She is. So Jessica is the coordinator for the stock market game, and I wanted her to have a chance to address y'all. So Jessica?
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to take a minute to congratulate each of you as students and as teachers for excelling in our stock market game program. I think it's some of the best portfolios that I've seen in my going on 5 years at the council. So kudos and congratulations to you. A particular shout out to our spring participants, because you really adapted so well and were able to compete and continue using the game, and even are now participating in our enrichment session that's going on now and with your family and friends. So I hope that you take what you learn throughout those training sessions and share it with your family and friends. And I hope that you all will participate next school year. Congratulations again.
Thanks, Jessica. She works on this program. I would say, why am I drawing on there? This is interesting. Zoom is a lot of fun, but sometimes you're kind of surprised at what happens. But what I was saying is Jessica probably works every single day of her work week on Stock Market Game. I mean, doing something, whether it is, okay, I'm not doing that. Somebody else is. Have we been hacked?
I can promise you it's not me.
Is that you, John? Y'all be nice, because I don't know how to stop you from doing that. Oh, goodness. At least you've answered my question that it wasn't me. Anyway, okay, let's see. Who's next? Let's advance this. All right. So I wanted you to see a video that was put together by the team from the fall. Yeah, I see one of the students. He's like, oh no. So we have a team from Milam Elementary School that, although we don't give like an overall state winner prize, this team had the largest, they outperformed the S&P 500 by the largest amount over any of the other teams in the fall. And we are friends with the CFA Society of Mississippi. And they have, there ought to be, y'all give me just a minute because I think I should be able to keep y'all from being able to draw on my screen. Disable participants. Let's see if that does it. Now, of course, that's drawn on there, so we may just have to look at that. But this team was actually invited to come to the CFA Society's forecast dinner late February, but they are in Tupelo, and the dinner was in Jackson. And so they could not physically be there, although we did invite the team from Germantown Middle School, I believe, actually got to go to the dinner. But so the students put this together to be shown that night. It's short, it's just a couple of minutes, and let's watch and see what they had to say.
Hello, and welcome to Milam Elementary in Tupelo.
Okay,
I'd like to introduce you to my team, the Cash Kings.
Y'all give me just 1 minute to see if I can figure out what's going on here. All right, share computer sound is checked. It may be because I'm on these headphones. So I'm going to take these out.
All right, let's try. Do you hear me? No.
I hear
Yes.
you. I hear you loud and clear.
Can't hear you now, Selena.
I'd like to introduce you to my team, the Cash Kings.
Did you say you could hear it?
I'm Mac Wildman, And this is Carly Roberts. And I'm Drake Gordon. And we'd like to tell you a little about the investments we made. We're from Miss Caldwell's 6th grade challenge class, and we were given.
I'm going to turn it up just a little bit more.
$100,000 to invest in stocks. Each stock we bought was paid for at least $20,000. The first stock we invested in was Apple. We bought it at a price of $220 per share, and when the game was over, it was at a price of $265 per share. This was a 45% growth. The reason for this was the popularity of wearable products and services such as App Store, iCloud storage, and even their own credit card.
Next, we have Disney. Disney is a media and entertainment collection company. We bought Disney when it was a little over $136 per share, and when the game ended, it was at $147 per share. The growth was 8%. Disney Plus had more than 10 million signups in one day.
The next stock is Tesla. Tesla engages in the development of electric motor vehicles. We paid $244 per share, and the game ended at a little over $330 per share. Although some people might think that Tesla is overvalued, we had a growth of over 35%. Another stock we invested in was Advanced Micro Devices, or AMD. We bought it at a price of $31 per share, and at the end of the game, it was at a price of $39 per share. This was a growth of 25%. Due to 7-nanometer chips, and they were able to steal shareholders from Intel.
Finally, we have Alphabet. Alphabet is mostly known for being the parent company of Google and does many different operations for companies.
$1,320 per share, and the game ended at $1,326 per share with a growth of 8%. Advertising is the most important business, bringing in the bulk of Alphabet's revenue. One thing I learned is that the research really pays off in the long run.
One thing that I learned is that it's always about taking a risk.
One thing I learned is that you never know what's going to happen with the stock market. One day our stocks were at about 34th place, and then the next day we were in second place for about a week, and then for the rest of the time we are in first place.
Okay,
Thank you for listening to our interview, and we hope you enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, good job to whoever scribbled on my screen.
Hello, and welcome.
I've got somebody working on that to see if we can erase it. Okay, so here's the format of today's award ceremony. We're going to first address the fall winners with one exception. I have one team that I need to recognize first that's actually from the spring, and then we'll go to the spring trading session. We'll go in the order of elementary school, middle school, high school, and then invest right is the order that we'll go in. All right, so here's our one exception that's out of order because we wanted this, some of these students actually have to take an AP English exam here shortly, and they're supposed to be online at 12:30. So I wanted to recognize St. Aloysius High School. They were one of the first place winners from the spring trading session. And just FYI, we have first and second place winners in each region, and there are multiple regions. And although I don't have the regions indicated up here, just that's why you'll see multiple first place or second place winners, is because they won for their region. So the teacher is Maggie Nassif. I see her. She's actually on my screen right now. Hey, Maggie. And she has 4 students that were on this team: Caden Pickle, Ann Elizabeth Farthing, Anna Ware Brown, and Cameron Mathis. Good job, y'all. We're really proud of you, and school usually does well, so your teacher must get it. She really understands how to teach you well. Okay, then now we can go into the way this will work for the rest of the time. We'll start with the elementary division, the first and second place teams in each region, and I'm going to announce these just for the sake of consistency, and then I'll turn it over to John Boydston to announce the next group. So for most of you, you'll see your smiling faces on the screen. Your teachers forwarded pictures to us. Thank you for that. We have a first place team from Casey Elementary School. Their teacher for this particular team was Jessica Weems, and the 3 students were Roman Jones Reed, Austin Dean, and Mackenzie Horton. Now, before we go to the next team, I just wanted to show you this neat picture here. I've got a couple of neat pictures here. My board of directors, there's an executive committee, and so they provide a lot of guidance to me on how the council operates. They have a staff retreat, not a staff retreat, a committee retreat every year. And we visited several classrooms, and one of the classrooms that we visited was at Casey Elementary. And so you can see in the background of the bigger picture, those are our 2 teachers that are at Casey Elementary, plus several board members, and the smiling faces of our students. So I just wanted to share with y'all that we had a really nice time with them that day. I don't know if any of the students in this picture are online today. I don't know if it translated. I think there were some winning students that were in this classroom, but we had a really nice time with y'all. Thanks for showing us what you were doing. We have a first place team from Ackerman Elementary School. Our teacher is Debbie Brewster, and the students on this team are Quincy King, Cole Horner, and Kason McKnight. First place elementary division team from George County Middle School. The teacher is Katrie Welford, and the students are Rance Helton, Anna Francis Smith, and Ava Claire Broadus. And I'm just gonna say, I know that we'll probably mispronounce some of your names. My last name is Schwartzfeger, so I know what it feels like to have your name mispronounced, but we are doing our very best, okay? Now, these are the second place teams from the fall division. From North Shore Elementary School, the teacher is Crawford Grabowski, and the students on this team are Gray Caruth, Nikolai Cross, Beckett Lowry, and Wyatt Mott. Good job, y'all. From Ackerman Elementary School, a second place team, the teacher is Debbie Brewster, and our students are Tyler Sanders, Caden Muston, Nick Knoll, and Aston Lilly. And this may be the last second place team from the fall elementary school division. From Pops Ferry Elementary School, they're down on the coast. Our teacher is Nicole Hanks, and the students are Aaliyah Jackson, Jonathan Holloway, and London Davis. So, yay, everybody. Virtual high fives. Can y'all do that for everybody? Some virtual high fives? Okay, so now we'll go into the middle school division for the fall, and our presenter is John Boydston. I've already given him a little bit of a introduction, but he is the Senior Vice President of Commercial Banking. And John, while give me just 1 minute, because I think I may know how to remove that writing from there. Let me see if this works. I've got a helper who just sent me a message. Okay. Yes. Very good. Thank you, Allie.
You ready for me, Selena?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everybody. Selena. What's that?
Go ahead. Sorry.
As Selena said, my name's John Boydston. I work with Regions Bank, and I'm the one she mentioned earlier that served 2 years on the board for Mississippi Council on Economic Education. So this program is special to me, and I certainly appreciate everyone's effort that they put into it, and congratulate everybody on the recognition that they're receiving today. And I can tell you that I would like to hire the Cash Kings as my financial advisors, because they, based on I wrote their percentages down, which I think were anywhere from 8% to 45% earnings on all their investments. They're beating me on investing in my electronic trade accounts, and they are beating my personal financial advisor that he manages. So wonderful job, but congratulations to everybody. And so we'll be going through the middle school division for the fall of 2019. And so first off, we want to congratulate with the first place finish, Milam Elementary. And the teacher here is Anissa Caldwell. The students are Ladrakius Gordon, Carly Roberts, and Matt Willman. Congratulations to the Milam team. And another first place finish with the middle school division, Germantown Middle School. The teacher, Rachel Holloway. Students, Aiden Bird, Clark Estes, and Jaden Combs. Congratulations. Our next first place finish for the middle school division is Ackerman Elementary. The teacher there, Debbie Brewster. Students, Ryan Wilmot, Carson King, and Jake Wilson. I believe that's the Cash Kings. And another first place winner in the middle school division, Alexander Junior High, teacher Lisa Barney, students Andrew Johnson, Sharp Walker, and Jalen Goss. Great job, everybody. And then next up with another first place finish in the middle school division is St. Vincent de Paul Catholic School, teacher Tara Meliones, students Daniel Reagan, Shelby Worthington, and Breeley Jenkins. Great job, team. And now we're moving to our second place finishers in the middle school division. And again, with Milam Elementary, teacher Nancy Barrett, students Caitlin Comer, Lydia Dickerson, and Kyle Lipsy. Great job, y'all. Our next second place finish for middle school division is Germantown Middle School. Teacher Rachel Holloway, students Ella Grace Kennedy, Sherrod Cawthon, Jacob Dew, and Jackson Estes. And another second place finisher, middle school division, back to Ackerman Elementary, teacher Debbie Brewster, students Ava Talley, Adriana Carter, and Keely Lane. Fantastic job, y'all. And then another second place finisher with Alexander Junior High, teacher Lisa Barney, students John Sonez, Demaya Edwards, Dawson Givens, and Luke Simmons. And another second place finisher with Harper McCon Elementary, teacher Carly Parker, students Isaiah Mullet, Ella Marasco, and Maddie Reynolds. And just a last few words, Selena, if I may. I participated in one of these whenever I was in graduate school, and so it's a neat exercise, and you can learn a lot from it. I certainly did, and I hope you all did. I'm sure you did, and I just want to congratulate you all one more time on a fantastic job, and again, congratulations on the well-deserved recognition. Thanks, Selena.
Thanks, John. Thanks so much. Okay, now we'll move into the high school division from the fall 2019 trading session. And our presenter for this section will be Derek Vance. As I mentioned, he's with Regions. He is Vice President, Mississippi Commercial Banking. And he did some of the presentations with us last year. So Derek, would you like to address the group and then begin announcing winners?
Yeah, absolutely, Selena. Again, we appreciate the opportunity to participate again this year. I was really impressed last year traveling over to North Shore and presenting those awards. And I took a few minutes after the presentation to speak with each of the students and the winners one-on-one. And I really got a feeling of how much they put into this game, how much it means to them. And for us as bankers, and we have clients that have portfolios that fluctuate up and down with the market each and every day. But this is really impressive. I know I actually went back and had a conversation with my portfolio manager about some of the performance, and it's really impressive for even him on some of the trades and the percentages. So congratulations on that. And again, as a bank, we do appreciate the opportunity to participate. All right, I would like to begin the high school division for the fall of 2019, recognizing a first place winner at Senatobia Tate CTC School. The teacher is Crystal Edwards, and the winners are William Bishop, James Susucker, and Lillian Flores Olvera. And I would like to move into another winner in the high school division for fall of 2019, a first place winner, Bruce High, which is teacher Wiley Maddox, students Hayden McCausland, Ethan Barnett, and Dalen Johnson. Congratulations. And another first place winner for the high school division for the fall of 2019 is Canton Ninth Grade Academy. The teacher is Miss Tina Ruth. Students are Shamar Porter, Amira Mormont, and Jemiah Smith. Congratulations, guys. All right, and another first place winner in the high school division for fall 2019 from Oak Hill Academy. The teacher is Stephanie Shroud, and the students are Tyler Oswalt, Dalton Majors, Jonah Caskey, Parker Brand, and Cameron Dyson. Congratulations. Also, we have another first place winner in the high school division for fall of 2019 for Macomb Business and Technology Complex. The teacher is Mr. Ed Silence. The students are Kayela King, Retha Thompson, Shantranika McElvin, Titiana Nobles, and LaMarcus Miller. Congratulations to you guys. Also, we have a first place winner in the high school division for Biloxi High School. The teacher is Daniel Wasilinelsko. The students are Michael Culpepper, Madison Kelly, M.Y. Wynn, and Caitlin Tigner. Congratulations. All right, as we move on, we have a second place winner in the high school division for the fall of 2019 at Magnolia Heights. We have the teacher there is Mr. Barry Coleman. Students are John Cooper, Benjamin Cooper, Jack Durden, and Noah Hollingsworth. Congratulations to you guys. Also, another second place winner in the high school division for the fall is Tremont Attendance Center. The teacher there is Neil Ellis. Students are Jennifer Gwynn, CJ Underwood, Lolan Ernest, and Alex Goodwin. Congratulations, Tremont. Also, we have another second place winner in the high school division for Canton Ninth Grade Academy. The teacher is Miss Tina Ruth, and the students are Ariana Dunbar, Tyrese Peyton Murray, and Abriana Waters. Congratulations. Also, second place winner in the high school division at French Cap Academy, the team under Miss Teacher Mary Roberts. Congratulations. Also a second place winner with the Mississippi School of the Arts. Teacher is Vicki Malone. Students are Randall Bounds, Ashlyn Moore, and Ardrika Cummings. Congratulations. Excuse me. Also a second place winner in the high school division at Biloxi High under teacher Daniel Wasilnelsko. Students Logan Leach, Caitlin Rodriguez, and Ryan Spears. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Derek. Good job. You had some tough names, including Wasalenko.
I did.
Danny Wasalenko. We should have practiced that one, right, beforehand.
Right.
You did good, though. Thank you so much for being with us today. One thing that I need to not forget is I have mentioned that Regions and Atmos are both sponsors of the stock market game, but we have other sponsors as well. And so let me give them a shout out real quick. Bank First, Trustmark, Entergy, Bancorp South, in addition to Atmos and Regions that we've already talked about. And then also I want to give a shout out to the CFA Society of Mississippi, because they do, they are a sponsor of the council, and they allow us to have a team represented for the past 3 years at their forecast dinner. So we really appreciate that very much. It gives us some more exposure. Now, before we finish the fall 2019 teams, I need to announce the Invest Right winners from 2019. So Invest Right is a writing competition. And in order to participate in Invest Right, you must have played the stock market game during that trading session. And then your teachers they give you a prompt and you write an essay. And they're usually about a page long, maybe a page or 2 pages long. And your teachers submit those to the SIFMA Foundation, which is the organization that owns and operates the stock market game. And your essays are judged blindly by volunteers from around the country. And then what they do is they report back to Jessica Lewis. They report back to her on who our state winners are. We always have a state winner in the elementary, middle, and high school divisions. And then in really good years, we also have national winners. And that is always super exciting. And in the fall, not only did we have one, but we had 2 national winners. So yay to y'all, okay? So let's talk about who these students were. And you all, if you're on the call, I don't know that you have gotten it yet, but prizes are coming your way. Prizes from us, cash prizes from us for your state winner titles. And then from the SIFMA Foundation, if you are a national winner, you get additional prizes. So our elementary school state winner was Taylor Walker, and Taylor's picture is up here. I don't know if Taylor's online. She actually has moved out of state, right, Jessica? She's our student who has moved out of state, so I'm not sure if she's here or not. So very nice, Taylor. And then our state winner is she here?
Hi.
Oh, yay, hey, Taylor. I'm glad you could join us. So I didn't tell you ahead of time that you were going to speak, but is there anything you'd like to say about your essay that you wrote?
Not really.
It's been a long time ago. You know, when we do this in the spring, they wrote these essays way back in probably November. But anyway, good job, Taylor. We're proud of you. And if you haven't gotten your prize money yet, it should be there soon. And then for middle school, we have our state winner is Kimber Pinnell. She's with St. Vincent de Paul, and her teacher is Tara Milianis. And did I say that Amy Dahl was Taylor's teacher? I'm not sure that I said that out loud, but Amy has a lot of success. Both Amy and Tara have a lot of success with Invest Right. They have figured it out. Is Kimber here? If you are, say something so that your face will show up.
Hi.
I hear you. I don't see you, but that's okay. But Kimber is also the 5th place national winner for the middle school division. So that is super awesome. And then also at St. Vincent de Paul, a national winner. We only have one state winner, but a national winner is Aubrey Canzaneri. And you can see her picture up on the screen as well. Aubrey, are you here with us?
Yes.
There you are. Do you want to say anything about your essay?
No, thank you.
I think she said no thanks. Okay. And then our state winner at the high school level is from Okolona High School, and it's Jadarius Wilson. And his teacher, I swear I meant to ask Jessica if this was a typo, kind of ironic that the teacher was also Jadarius Walker. So I hope I've got that right. Jadarius, that is right.
Brown. Jacqueline Brown is the teacher.
Oh, it's Jacqueline Brown is his teacher. Mm-hmm. Jacqueline, if you're online, I apologize. Is Jadarius here with us? Okay. So anyway, we won't be able to announce the spring Invest Right winners today because we don't know who they are yet. It takes a little bit longer to get those results. In fact, has the deadline even passed, Jessica?
It has. I think they may be still in the judging phase at this point.
Okay. So if you're here on this ceremony and you are a spring winner, we will send your prize in the mail, and we may even come see you in the fall if we can do that. We do that sometimes. We do prize patrols, so we'll see how that all falls out. All right, moving on along into the spring 2020 trading session. And we will start with the elementary division, 1st and 2nd place from each region. And our presenter for the next 2 groups, both the elementary and middle school, will be Paula McNair. She is the Vice President of Finance for Atmos Energy. She also, as I mentioned before, is Chair-elect for the State Council for Economic Education. So what does that mean? That means next year she's my boss. So I report to a full board of, 45, almost 50 people, but whoever the chair of the board is my immediate contact. And so we'll work closely together over the next year. Paula? Is she here?
I'm talking and y'all can't hear me.
There you are. There you are.
Okay, thanks, Selena. I am looking forward to next year, and Atmos is happy to sponsor this. This is always a fun time, and hearing from the kids, it was a great time when we went to visit the classrooms. So very happy to be here. Okay, I'm going to start with the elementary division winner for the spring. East Amory Elementary, the teacher is Marsha Moore. Students Eli McDuffie, Israel Hawkins, and Jackson Wright. Congratulations. Look at that. They look so young.
They are. They can be as young as 4th grade. So I'm not saying they are 4th graders, but they could be. They could be 4th or 5th grade, I think, in the elementary. Is that right, Jessica?
Yeah, that's so impressive. Okay, another winner in the elementary division is Highland Bluff Elementary. Teacher is Buster Doty. Students, Cannon Parks. Yeah, you know I'll mess this one up. Vihan Mahajan and Colin Noel. Congratulations. Okay, another elementary division winner, Northeast Lauderdale Middle School, and that teacher is Keith Farmer. Fortunately, we don't have the list of students, but congratulations.
And I'll just say real quick, for the spring division, we may not have as many pictures of the students as we did for the fall, because once we named the winners in the spring, school had, you know, not, everybody was at home at that point. And so some of the teachers have been able to jump through hoops to get us your pictures, but if there are not pictures up there, just know that's why.
Yeah, it's a little bit challenging right now, I think everywhere. Okay, another region elementary division winner, Bayville View Elementary. Teacher Carol Lacey, students Caroline Clark, Anna Kate Correttis, Lewis McCabe, and Olivia Hairston. Congratulations. Okay, elementary division, second place, East Amory Elementary. Teacher Marsha Moore, Silas Franks, Brooke Smith, Zoe Kennedy. Yeah, I see one of them waving to us. Hi.
Oh, yay.
and Alice Schrock. Congratulations. Another second place winner in elementary division from Casey Elementary. Teacher Rosalind Thomas McCreary, Paige Barker, Marshall Smith, Dylan Crockett, and London Bennett. And I believe, is Paige going to speak to us now, Selena? Okay,
She
Paige,
said
are you
that
on?
she would.
All right, over to you.
I'm good.
She's getting, there we go. There we go. Hey, Paige. So I don't know, were you planning just to make some comments, or would you like for us to ask you some questions?
Ask questions, I guess.
Okay. So tell me, were you in the classroom when we came to visit your class that day at Casey Elementary? Okay, good, good. So we've actually met face to face. Tell me about what it's like to work with a team. You know, you're on a team when you play the stock market game. Tell me how that works.
Sometimes it's hard because they don't like pay attention, but other times it's easy because we know what we're gonna do, and we can just put the stocks in the app and we'll be done for the day, and we just wait for them to go up or if they go down.
How often did you get to check your portfolio to see how your stocks were performing?
We check them every Wednesday when we're at open doors. My team, me, Marshall's on right now. I think Dylan left. And we just check them every Wednesday. We go to the app and we check them and we start doing other stuff. And then we get time to get more stocks or check it again.
How did you decide which stocks to buy?
We just name stocks and we put them in our notebook. We have a notebook at school. We put them in there. And then we write them down. We go to the app and we check them. And we see which ones are doing good and which ones are doing bad. And we write it on there. And then we do the math, how much money we have, and how many stocks, and how much money it is for the stocks. And then we start investing all at one time.
I love what you just said, that you did the math. You know, sometimes people that don't know about the stock market game don't realize that playing the stock market game can help you learn math skills, you know, can help you get better at your math. So I'm happy to hear you say that. Tell me, I'm going to ask you two more questions. One question, but what was your most exciting thing that happened with your portfolio, and what was the most disappointing thing?
The most exciting, I would say, I don't know what my team would say, but I would say Amazon, because Amazon was like $1,000. We all decided to get it. It was the first one we bought. And then Apple was a good one. The one that I didn't like the most was, I think all of them were good, but the one that didn't do very well was Burlington. It was going up and down at certain times. One time it dropped real low. It then only went up a little bit and we lost a lot of money. And then it went back up at one time and then dropped again. So it was kind of going on and off.
Yeah, yeah. So in real life, you know, that does happen with stocks. They go up and down, up and down, up and down. But, you know, one of the things that I hope that your teachers did tell you is that in the real world, you're buying and you're going to hold for an extended period of time. It's not a lot of individual buying and selling, because if you leave it in there for a period of time, I think history shows that for every 10-year period, that the stock market, if you look at it on a 10-year basis, and Derek, I can see you, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but over a 10-year period, the stock market always increases in value. Is that a true statement? He gave me a thumbs up. Okay, so
yeah, I would say most of the analysts base it on 10-year increments. You are correct.
Yeah. So you just kind of have to ride. It's like a roller coaster. Your teachers may have told you this. If you're riding a roller coaster, you don't jump off the roller coaster just because it goes down, right? You're going to stay on and just ride it out until it's time to get off the roller coaster. So anyway, very nice, Paige. Thanks for talking with us today. Good job.
Thank you. And I will just mention that was the class when we visited during our retreat. They asked us questions, the group of us that was there. And while we were talking, they were looking up our stocks. So I had one student, I'm not sure if it was Paige, but one student let me know that Atmos stock was down that day. So
I remember that. That's correct.
They were on top of things in that classroom. Okay, our next second place winner is in the elementary division is Northeast Lauderdale Middle School, and that teacher is Keith Farmer. And let's see, second place elementary division winner, Hancock North Central Elementary, teacher Sonny Burris, Haley Smith, Carson Harris, and Jake Ellis. Congratulations.
Okay, now we'll go into the middle school division, first and second place in each region. Paula will continue.
All right, middle school division winner, Milam Elementary. Teacher is Chastity Tate. Students Kaylee Hollyfield, Johnny Reynolds III, and Colin Amos. Congratulations. Another middle school winner, Germantown Middle School. Teacher Rachel Holloway. Students Aiden Bird, Clark Estes, and Jaden Combs. Congratulations. Another middle school division winner, Neshoba Central Middle. Teacher Nathan Sistronk. Students Remington Reed, Christopher Gentry, and Aiden Bradshaw. Congratulations. They have them assigned.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, another middle school division winner, St. Vincent de Paul Catholic School. Teacher Tara Malones. Students Gabriel Podlin, Beckham Milano, maybe, Blake Jamerson. And it looks like Beckham is going to talk to us from this group. Beckham, you on?
Yes, here I am.
Okay.
So Beckham, same question for you. Did you have something prepared that you wanted to talk about, or do you want us to ask questions?
Ask questions.
Okay, that is kind of easier, I think. So you're down on the coast. Your school's in Long Beach, Mississippi is where you're located, just so people will know. Just because I'd like to hear a different perspective, tell me what it was like for you to work on a team. And tell me what the roles were that there were 3 of you, tell me what the roles were that you all played.
Usually my friend Gabe would always like check to see if any of the stocks were going up and down. I would see what stocks were in our portfolio were doing good or bad, and if we have to short them or sell them, and Blake would usually just help me because we bought so many stocks.
How did you decide if you wanted to sell a stock? And did I hear you say you did a short sale, or did I make that up?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what that means?
We'd usually see if it was like under -$5 or so, because then we decide to just get rid of it. We didn't want to see if it got any lower.
What was your biggest success in your portfolio?
I think our biggest success was probably
It may be hard to remember.
Probably Apple.
Yeah. And your biggest disappointment?
Definitely Zoom and how we didn't cover the shorts earlier.
What happened with Zoom? That's interesting, especially since we're using it right now.
Meeting got hacked and it went really low.
Yeah. So I have a friend that works for Cisco, and they are a competitor of Zoom. And so WebEx is their product. And I know when all of us started using these platforms to meet online like this, I would hear from them about how that product was better than Zoom. But I continue using Zoom. But you're right, there was that issue in the beginning of meetings getting hacked. And then they put things into place to make things a little bit safer.
Yeah.
What do you, will you, when you get older, will you buy individual stocks for a portfolio?
Yes, I would.
Did y'all talk about mutual funds at all?
Not really. It was pretty much kind of like one lesson and then we just stopped.
Yeah. So just for the audience watching, we require the high schoolers to purchase stocks, bonds, and mutual funds in their portfolios. We feel like they have the capacity to understand all of those investment tools. We don't require it of the younger students because we believe it's important for them to just start to get the basic understanding of what a stock is and how the market works. And I didn't have any high schoolers that volunteered to speak, or I would ask them about mutual funds. Although if you are a high schooler and you'd like to talk about mutual funds, I'd love to hear from you.
Can I say something real fast, Selena?
Yeah, please.
In the Beckham and Gabe and Blake, they played in the fall. So in the fall in our school, it's required. So in the fall, they had to have mutual funds and bonds in their portfolio as well as individual stocks. But then in the spring, it was voluntary who wanted to play. And so I was going like this when he said they didn't have to have only one lesson, but that's because it was back in the fall.
It's okay, not a problem, not a problem. But yeah, if there's anybody that wanted to talk about mutual funds and why that might be a better choice than individual stocks, I'd love to hear from you. All right, Beckham, anything else you want to tell us? He may have already muted himself. There he is.
No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you. You did a nice job. Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you, Beckham. That was nice. Okay, now to our second place winners in middle school, Milam Elementary, teacher Chastity Tate, students Asia Rush, Liliana Walden, and Cameron Washington. Another second place in middle school division, Brandon Middle School, teacher Sharon Pryor, students Adeline Harrington, Jalen Smalls, and Ethan Berry. Another second place. I really like their signs. Neshoba
Yeah, they sent
Central.
those. They sent those to me like that already, so I just had to plop it down in there.
Teacher Nathan Sistrunk, students Ella Jane Adams, Alicia Greenlee, Baylor Coggins, Kate Cheatham, and Anna Copeland. All right, another second place in middle school division, Bayview Middle School, teacher Lauren Allen.
All right, and now the home stretch, and we're just a little bit behind what I had planned, so we're doing pretty good. We've got the high school division for the spring, first and second place in each region, and Tamika Foster will present this last group of awards. She is Vice President of Financial Wellness. She's the Financial Wellness Relationship Manager for South Mississippi. So she's got a strong educational component involved with what she does. And as I mentioned earlier, she started going into the prison doing personal finance lessons for youth offenders, kind of in partnership with us. Really, she was doing all the work. We were just kind of the mediator to get her in there. And I'm hopeful that she'll be able to go back when things open back up. But they also do just general population education as well. But Tamika, I'll turn the floor over to you now.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Like she said, my name is Tamika Lynn Foster, and I am, you can just say FWRM for South Mississippi for Regions. Super excited to be here. Wish that my portfolio was growing as much as some of yours. Perhaps I should not allow my husband to do the picking and the choosing and tell him that I have a new team. If you hear any background noise, I do have a 3-year-old running around, and so I do apologize. But we'll go ahead and get started with the winners. All right, and so in the high school division, spring 2020, first place from South Panola High, the team under teacher Richard Barnard. And then again, our first place winners in the high school division from Itawamba Agricultural High, teacher Sandy Prestige with Shelby Eaton, Abby Ainsworth, and Brianna Neely. And I'm sorry if I butcher your names, guys. And then from St. Alois High, teacher Maggie Nastiff, Hayden Pickle, Ann Elizabeth Farthing, Ann Ware Brown, and Cameron Mathis. They are from the high school division for spring 2020, first place winners. And then Oak Hill Academy in the high school division, first place winners for spring 2020, teacher Stephanie Stroud, student Joseph Galson, Leighton Irvin, Lily Costa Vipperman, and Aiden Henson. From the Mississippi School for the Arts in the high school division, first place for spring 2020, teacher Vicki Malone, students Emma Chisholm, Lane Kraft, Alexandria Stoll, Kimberly Rains, and Jayona Wells. In the high school division for spring 2020, Biloxi High, teacher Daniel Waslinsko, students Alexis Davis Stanton, Zamaya Gibson, Colton Keith, and Madison Walker. Second place in the high school division for spring 2020 was from South Panola High under teacher Richard Barnard. Second place in the high school division for spring 2020 from Itawamba Agricultural High under teacher Sandy Prestige was Dylan Quinn, Hunter Prestige, Jacob Mavis, and Jack Spencer. Second place in the high school division for spring 2020 from Florence High, teacher Dre Helms, students Mandy Weathersby, Andrew White, and Ethan Woods. Second place in the high school division for spring 2020 from New Hope School under teacher Callie Harris. And then second place in the high school division for spring 2020 from the Mississippi School for the Arts under teacher Vicki Malone. We have students Jessica Luke, Caitlin Clayton, Allure Tyler, Owen Davis, and Abigail Matthews. Second place in the high school division, spring 2020 from Biloxi High under teacher Daniel Waslinsko, students Ariana Chavez, Michael Herden, and JaQuincy Poindexter.
Thank you, Tamika. So just a note, Biloxi High School had a really nice piece run on them by their local TV station back in March, late March, early April. I wish I had thought to incorporate that into the presentation, but basically the message was that the stock market game was more relevant now than ever with what's going on with the market, especially at that time. Businesses were just starting to shut down, so the market was really volatile. And Danny, great job if you're still on here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, great. Getting the media there to cover your classroom. Is there anything you'd like to say about that experience?
It was one of the few times where majority of the teams in the top 20 had losing portfolios. That's the first time I've seen that, where you had under $100,000 in total and you were in the top 30, 40, in there. So that was interesting.
Yeah. And you've been teaching stock market game for a long time. So for you to say that it's the first time you've seen that, that's really saying something. But anyway, thanks for your extra effort to get the TV station there. That really is super awesome when that happens. So with that, we're done announcing all of the student winners. Is there anybody that would like to say anything before we close?
Marie.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I chose to play the stock market game with all my friends.
It was fun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you learn, my favorite things about school, and back when I used to teach, I taught high school personal finance, and we played the stock market game, and I loved it when we could have a good time while learning. I mean, there's just nothing better than having fun learning. And so I'm glad that you recognize that. Lakin, I see your hand. You want to say something?
I really like playing with my friends and learning about different companies.
Did you ever have a time that you did not agree on what you were going to do? And tell us about that, Lakin.
Like, usually we would argue a little bit about what company to buy.
Was that okay? I think it's okay. I think it's okay that you didn't agree. That's what helps you make better decisions, is when you have, that's the value of teamwork, is that hopefully everybody doesn't always agree, and you're able to talk things out and come to the best decision. So, yeah. Anybody else before we close?
Selena?
Yes.
This is Rosalind. I would just like to say, on behalf of Casey Elementary School, that we're so grateful for the opportunity to have a chance to involve our students in the stock market game in the spring and in the fall. Special thanks to my colleague Jessica Weems, and certainly to Paige Barker and her team, as well as the first place team in the fall of 2019. I don't know if you know, I'm retiring this year. So what a wonderful way to leave the district. And as I told Jessica, is if there's anything that I can ever do to support her as she continues on, just let me know. We've loved it. And thank you, thank you.
Yay. Well, Rosalind, thanks so much for being a big proponent of the stock market game, and we will miss you for sure, but thanks for leaving a legacy in Jessica Weems, and hopefully she'll get a new partner that's as excited about it as you have been.
Yay.
Anybody else?
I just wanted to tell all the St. Vincent de Paul kids that I do already have their prizes. I got them from you and from SIFMA, and they will get them at their promotion ceremony next week. So we're good.
That's good news.
And I wanted to thank you again. I know I send you emails all the time saying thank you, but here in front of everyone, you do so much for all the schools, all the kids, and it's very much appreciated.
I'll defer that thanks to Jessica. She is the heavy lifter for sure with the stock market game. All right. Well, y'all, thank you so much for spending an hour and almost 15 minutes with us today. And hopefully, if you are not a senior in high school graduating, hopefully you'll have the opportunity to participate in the stock market game again as you raise in grade levels. And I'll tell you what, if you go to a new grade, or maybe you're moving from elementary to middle or middle to high school and it's not offered, don't be shy about asking your teachers about it. You know, say, hey, I used to play the stock market game and it's really awesome and I'd like to continue doing that. And if they have not already been trained, then we can totally hook them up and get them trained so that they can teach the material. But I hope that you all have a great end of your school year, a beautiful summer, and we will look forward to engaging with y'all when you come back in August, okay? Yay to everybody. Good job. Good job, all the students and teachers.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Hi.
Bye. Ending the meeting.
Bye, everybody. See everybody later.
Bye.
Bye.